On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Violation.
An action that breaches a law, rule, or agreement, an infringement of rights or duties.
Examples:
Violation law. Commit a traffic violation. The international community has widely condemned the violation of human rights.
Organ.
A part of the body of an animal or plant that has a particular purpose and performs a specific job.
Examples:
Organ bleeding. Damage to internal organs. These infections have the potential to impact practically every organ system.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Slavery.
The practice or system of owning, buying, and selling people as property and forcing them to work.
Examples:
Slavery labor. Institution of slavery. The abolition of slavery in the United States was a major achievement in the fight for human rights.
Prostitute.
A person, typically a woman, who engages in sexual activity in exchange for payment.
Examples:
Prostitute street. A male prostitute. She turned to prostitute to make ends meet.
Infect.
To affect a person, an animal, or a plant with a disease-causing organism.
Examples:
Infect other animal species. Infect a computer with a virus. Children often infect parents with this head cold.
Brokerage.
The business of buying and selling goods or services on behalf of others, often for a commission or fee. The activity of acting as an intermediary or agent in negotiations or deals between two parties.
Examples:
Mortgage brokerage. International brokerage. I need to contact a brokerage firm to help me invest my money.
Rap.
A type of music characterized by a strong, repetitive beat and lyrics that often focus on social and political issues, a reproach for some lapse or misdeed.
Examples:
Rap music. Get a rap. The new rap album is getting a lot of attention.
Background.
The details of a person's social heritage, such as family, vocational or educational experience, past information that is essential to understanding a situation or problem.
Examples:
a background color, a criminal background. The company's hiring criteria emphasize personality, not a person's background.
Railway.
A transportation system consisting of tracks and trains, usually used for the transportation of goods or passengers over long distances.
Examples:
a private railway, railway station. The railway system connects cities and countries, making travel more convenient.
Indication:
a sign or remark that something exists, is real, or is likely to occur.
Examples:
indication of inflation, environmental indication. Faces are a good indication of age.
Intestine.
A long, tube-like organ in the digestive system that is responsible for absorbing nutrients from food and eliminating waste products.
Examples:
large intestine, intestine wall. The small intestine is responsible for absorbing most of the nutrients from food.
Stitch.
One of the tiny thread lines visible on a piece of fabric after it has been sewn.
Examples:
a stitch in a garment, pattern stitch. The wound was so deep that it needed a surgical procedure and stitches.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples:
above par performance, not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Brutal.
Harsh or cruel.
Examples:
brutal bully, brutal honesty. The brutal attack left the victim with serious injuries.
Pornography.
Materials such as films, photographs, or written descriptions that depict or describe sexual activity graphically or explicitly, often intended to be sexually arousing.
Examples:
pornography addiction, violent pornography. The rise of digital technology has made the sharing of pornography easier than ever before.
Trafficking.
The illegal trade in goods, services, or people, often across national borders.
Examples:
trafficking operation, narcotic trafficking. Human trafficking is a serious issue that needs to be addressed by governments and organizations worldwide.
Commerce.
The activity of buying and selling things, especially on a large scale.
Examples:
interstate commerce, the local chamber of commerce. This company has invested heavily in internet commerce.
Exploitation.
The process of making some area of land or water more profitable or productive or useful.
Examples:
sexual exploitation, the exploitation of fossil resources. Strategic exploitation of cutting-edge technology would be a sure formula for success.
Globe.
The earth or world, mainly used to emphasize its vastness.
Examples:
terrestrial globe, around the globe. His final goal is to sail around the globe.
Adoption.
The action or fact of legally taking another's child as one's own, the act of accepting with approval.
Examples:
adoption assistance, the adoption of a plan. The adoption process can be long and difficult, but it is worth it for the love of a child.
Labor.
Productive work, especially physical work done for wages, the people who do manual or physical work in a country or company for wage. Verb, to work hard or to strive and make an effort to reach a goal.
Examples:
seasonal labor, manual labor. In several countries, child labor is a serious social problem.
Camel.
A cud-chewing mammal used as a draft or saddle animal in desert regions.
Examples:
camel hair, ride a camel. A camel has a hump on its back.
Jockey.
A person who rides horses in races, typically as a professional occupation. A person who manipulates or tries to gain an advantage through skillful maneuvering or persuasion.
Examples:
jockey hat, professional jockey. The jockey on the winning horse was showered with praise and applause from the crowd.
Gang.
A group of people who organize and engage in criminal activity.
Examples:
a motorcycle gang, gang member. The street gang was known for its violent behavior.
Defile.
To pollute, contaminate, or make impure, often in a moral or religious sense. To violate or desecrate something sacred or cherished.
Examples:
defile a river, defile the land. The vandals defiled the church by spray painting graffiti on the walls.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
conscious effort, conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
victim support, victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Linger.
To stay in a place or exist longer than expected.
Examples:
linger in the mind, linger over your work. She lingered for a moment before leaving the room.
Outrageous.
Highly unusual, unconventional, or shocking, going beyond the bounds of what is considered acceptable or proper.
Examples:
outrageous prices, outrageous claim. Her outrageous behavior at the party caused quite a stir among the guests.
Ostracize.
To exclude someone from a group or society by general consent, to avoid speaking to or dealing with intentionally.
Examples:
ostracize individual, ostracize group. His peers ostracized him for his controversial beliefs.
Stigmatize.
To accuse, condemn, or openly or formally consider somebody or something as not deserving respect.
Examples:
stigmatize the deviant as criminal, stigmatize him as a swindler. She was stigmatized by society because she had a child out of wedlock.
Isolate.
To physically or socially separate someone or something from other people or things.
Examples:
isolate a compound, isolate a patient. You should not isolate them from the community.
Traffic.
The movement of vehicles, people, or goods along a route or through a transport system. The amount of such movement in a particular place or at a particular time.
Examples:
traffic jam, heavy traffic. We decided to take a detour to avoid the construction traffic on the main road.
Survivor.
A person who remains alive after an event in which others have died.
Examples:
ovarian cancer survivor, a single survivor. The shipwreck survivor was rescued after floating in the ocean for 3 days.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
absolutely against, absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Respite.
A brief period of rest, relief, or delay from something difficult or unpleasant, a short break or vacation from regular activities or responsibilities.
Examples:
respite care, a short respite. The vacation gave her a much-needed respite from work.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
a private individual, individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Heroine.
A woman admired or idealized for her courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities, a woman who is the protagonist of a literary work or film.
Examples:
Medieval heroine, tragic heroine. The brave heroine rescued the prince from the dragon's lair.
Deceive.
To cause someone to believe something that is not true, often by telling a lie or creating a false impression.
Examples:
Deceive to lie. Deceive skillfully. The magician's illusions were designed to deceive the audience into believing they saw something impossible.
Resist.
To refuse to accept something and attempt to prevent it from happening.
Examples:
Resist temptation. Resist being kissed. I chose to resist cancer by trying every possible treatment.
Induct.
To formally admit someone to a job or position of authority. To officially introduce someone to an organization or group, or beliefs or ideas.
Examples:
Induct them into military service. Induct a clergy person to a benefice. We were inducted into the Honor Society.
Voiceless.
Without a voice or the ability to speak.
Examples:
Voiceless consonant. Voiceless minority. The voiceless screams of the victims could be heard in the distance.
Unclear.
Poorly stated or described, and therefore not easy to understand, not easy to perceive.
Examples:
An unclear match. In no unclear terms. It is important not to undertake tasks with unclear objectives to improve productivity.
Nameless.
Without a name or unknown, not named or identified.
Examples:
Nameless fear. Nameless child. The victim could only describe their attacker as a nameless figure in the darkness.
Succumb.
To fail to oppose something, such as desire, pressure, or some other opposing force. To die or suffer badly from the effect of a disease or injury.
Examples:
Succumb to cancer. Succumb to old age. He finally succumbed to temptation.
Torture.
The act of causing intense pain or suffering to someone to punish them, extract information from them, or for some other reason.
Examples:
A torture chamber. An instrument of torture. The use of torture is strictly prohibited under international law.
Rescue.
To save someone or something from a dangerous or difficult situation.
Examples:
Rescue a dying dog. Rescue a company from bankruptcy. The fire department arrived just in time to rescue the family from the burning building.
Chilly.
A small hot-tasting fruit of a type of pepper plant used in sauces, relishes, and spice powders. A spicy stew made from ground beef and beans, typically seasoned with chili peppers.
Examples:
Chili sauce. Red chili powder. I love making a big pot of chili on a cold winter day.
Powder.
A dry and fine substance that consists of very small, loose particles.
Examples:
Powder additive. Curry powder. She used a powder brush to apply her foundation evenly.
Vagina.
The passage in the body of a woman or female animal that connects her outer sex organs to her uterus.
Examples:
Vagina cancer care. Infection of the vagina. The muscle around the vagina is elastic enough to allow the passage of a fetus.
Cigarette.
A small cylindrical roll of finely cut tobacco leaves wrapped in paper for smoking.
Examples:
A mild cigarette. A cigarette case. He lit a cigarette and leaned against the wall.
Burning.
Intense or scorching heat.
Examples:
Burning desire. Burning passion. The fire spread rapidly, engulfing everything in its path in a burning inferno.
Whip.
To hit a person or an animal severely with a thin, flexible stick with a cord or leather thong at the end, as a punishment, discipline, etc.
Examples:
Whip egg whites. Whip into shape. The jockey whipped the horse hard to take first place.
Broth.
A liquid in which meat, fish, or vegetables have been cooked, used as a base for soups and stews.
Examples:
Chicken broth. Remains of broth. I always add a bit of broth to my soup to give it more flavor.
Cousin.
The child of your aunt or uncle.
Examples:
Cross-cousin marriage. Cousin's family. I used to play with my younger male cousins when I was a little girl.
Silent.
Without any or little sound.
Examples:
Silent reading. Give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Shortcut.
An alternative route shorter or quicker than the usual one.
Examples:
Take a shortcut. Keyboard shortcuts. There is no shortcut to success.
Bonus.
An extra amount of money that is added to payment as a present or reward for good work.
Examples:
Bonus appraisal. Annual bonus. The committee abolished the controversial bonus system.
Infection.
A condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
A bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Transmit.
To send or forward an electronic signal, to pass something from one person or thing to another.
Examples:
Transmit the disease. Transmit information. Parents often transmit their characteristics to their children.
Syphilis.
A sexually transmitted disease caused by the bacterium Treponema pallidum, characterized by multiple stages and a wide range of symptoms.
Examples:
Oral syphilis. Late-stage syphilis. Untreated syphilis can cause serious health problems.
Gonorrhea.
A sexually transmitted infection caused by the bacterium Neisseria gonorrhoeae, characterized by inflammation of the mucous membranes of the reproductive organs, urinary tract, or rectum.
Examples:
Gonorrhea infection. Gonorrhea outbreak. Untreated gonorrhea can lead to serious complications like infertility and pelvic inflammatory disease.
Substance.
The real physical material of which a thing or person consists, the most important or main part of some idea or experience, an illegal drug.
Examples:
An explosive substance. Substance abuse problem. The substance of the argument was well presented.
Abuse.
The use of something in an incorrect or harmful manner.
Examples:
The problem of drug abuse. Victim of sexual abuse. Our company has an audit team that monitors directors for abuse of authority.
Opt.
To make a choice from a range of possibilities.
Examples:
Opt out of society. Opt for a traditional wedding. I decided to opt for premature retirement.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Destiny.
The events that will inevitably happen to a particular person or thing in the future.
Examples:
Foreordained destiny. Destiny of the individual. It is said that our destiny is written in the stars.
Abnormal.
Not typical, usual, or regular, especially in a way that is bad.
Examples:
Abnormal heart rhythms. Abnormal cells. An abnormal climate in the region caused a sharp decline in grain harvest.
Shelter.
A structure built to protect from poor weather, danger, or attack. Verb, to protect or shield from harm or adversity, particularly relating to environmental conditions or danger.
Examples:
Rainproof shelter, anti-air raid shelter. They need food and shelter.
Rehabilitate.
To restore to good health or physical condition, to help someone return to a normal life, especially after a period of illness, addiction, or imprisonment.
Examples:
Rehabilitate prisoners. Rehabilitate wildlife. The organization works to rehabilitate drug addicts and help them rebuild their lives.
Context.
The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Isolation.
The condition of being alone or lonely, the act or state of separation between persons or groups.
Examples:
Isolation booth. The country's isolation. That incident led to his isolation.
Weld.
To join two or more pieces of metal together by heating their edges until they melt and fuse.
Examples:
Weld a team of such people. Weld two broken pipes. He learned how to weld metal in his high school shop class.
Workshop.
A place where people work, especially one where they do manual or practical work. A brief intensive course for a small group.
Examples:
Workshop attendee. Carpentry workshop. The artist held a workshop to teach students how to paint with watercolors.
Illiterate.
Unable to read or write, lacking knowledge in a particular field.
Examples:
Illiterate population. Illiterate adult. He was illiterate and could not read the instructions.
Immense.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Immense amount. Immense pressure. He left his wife an immense fortune.
Courage.
The ability to face danger, difficulty, uncertainty, or pain without being overcome by fear or despair. The quality of being brave or courageous.
Examples:
Mental courage. Inspire courage. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe is right.
Hijab.
A headscarf traditionally worn by Muslim women to cover their hair and neck.
Examples:
Woman's hijab. Hijab garment. Many Muslim women wear a hijab as a symbol of their religious beliefs.
Barrier.
A fence or other obstruction that makes it hard to move or get in, any condition that makes it difficult to make progress or to achieve an objective.
Examples:
Cost barrier, information barrier. The police placed a barrier across the street to halt traffic.
Dominate.
To have or control a lot of power and influence over somebody or something.
Examples:
Dominate possession. Dominate over the weak. The perspective of his right brain dominates his consciousness.
Shyness.
The quality or state of being worried or embarrassed about meeting and speaking to other people.
Examples:
Lose some of my shyness. Shyness barrier. He finally overcame his shyness.
Carpenter.
A woodworker whose job is to make or repair wooden objects.
Examples:
A short carpenter nail. An apprentice carpenter. Carpenter bees are boring holes into the wall.
Mason.
A skilled worker who builds structures with stone, brick, or concrete.
Examples:
Mason jar. The craft of a mason. The accomplished mason expertly crafted the stone walls of the castle.
Security.
The state of being free from danger, risk, or harm, measures taken to protect against threats or attacks, a financial asset, such as a stock or bond that derives value exclusively from the ownership interest or claim to a particular underlying asset or obligation.
Examples:
National security. Security analyst. The building's security system includes cameras, alarms, and security guards.
Cab.
A taxi or other vehicle that can be hired for transportation, the compartment from which a vehicle, such as a train or truck, is driven.
Examples:
Taxi cab. Yellow cab. I hailed a cab to take me to the airport.
Excel.
To be extremely good at or proficient in doing something.
Examples:
Excel in description. Excel at communication. The company excels in customer service.
Confidence.
The feeling or attitude that one can trust or rely on the abilities or good qualities of someone or something.
Examples:
Confidence as a teacher. Boost my confidence. Skill and confidence are an unconquered army.
Restore.
To repair or return something or someone to a previous good state or position.
Examples:
Restore order. Restore the emperor to the throne. The military regime has promised to restore democracy as soon as possible.
Dignity.
The quality of being worthy of esteem or respect, high office or rank or station.
Examples:
Respect for human dignity. Retain everyone's dignity. The failure destroyed his trust and personal dignity.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
Hop on one foot. Hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Murder.
The crime of killing somebody intentionally.
Examples:
Murder in the second degree. Attempted murder. This intriguing murder mystery remains unsolved.
Pause.
To take a short break from talking or doing something before continuing.
Examples:
Pause a moment. Pause for a reaction. The man paused before opening the door.
Fashionable.
Popular at a particular time.
Examples:
Fashionable designs. Fashionable cafe. Lengthened skirts are fashionable this year.
Fantastic.
Extremely good, excellent.
Examples:
A fantastic dress. Absolutely fantastic event. The new amusement park ride was fantastic, with twists, turns, and drops that left riders screaming with excitement.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Discourse.
Any form of communication in speech or writing.
Examples:
Hold discourse with him. A discourse about art. Sweet discourse makes short days and nights.
Employ.
To give somebody a job and pay them for it, to make use of.
Examples:
Employ job seekers. Employ a new method. When making arrests, police officers frequently employ excessive force.
Compassion.
A strong feeling of sympathy and sadness for another's suffering or bad luck.
Examples:
Feel compassion for the poor. Have compassion toward the accident. His infinite love and compassion for everyone never weary.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Acceptance.
The act of agreeing or approving, or the state of being agreed or approved.
Examples:
A feeling of acceptance. A letter of acceptance. The acceptance of diversity and inclusion is crucial for building a harmonious society.
Ply.
To work with or manipulate a material or tool repeatedly or vigorously, to use or apply a skill, influence, or force repeatedly or persistently. Noun, a layer or strand, especially in textiles or materials.
Examples:
Ply the root. Double ply. She learned to ply her knitting needles skillfully, creating beautiful sweaters and scarves.
Convince.
To persuade someone or make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
Convince her to go with us. Convince an opponent. I am considering what I should do to convince him.
Encompass.
To surround or cover something completely, to include a large number of or different types of things entirely.
Examples:
Encompass a broad range. Encompass the enemy. The optimal solution that would encompass all these elements has yet to be proposed.
Philanthropy.
The practice of voluntarily helping the poor, especially by giving money.
Examples:
Philanthropy organization. Private philanthropy. Tech billionaires often spend the majority of their time on philanthropy.
Charity.
An organization that helps people in need, especially by providing food, shelter, or money, a kindly and sympathetic attitude toward people.
Examples:
Charity work. Ask charity. She volunteers at a local charity every weekend to help those in need.
Deserve.
To be worthy of or entitled to something, especially something good or valuable.
Examples:
Deserve respect. Deserve this prize. The employee deserved the promotion for their hard work and dedication.